Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Confetti Conversations. Welcome back to another podcast. We've got a special guest this week for our 30th episode.
I wouldn't say it was that special.
Ouch, you're marrying him. Anyway, Ellis, do you want to say it?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Confetti Conversations.
I meant about the intro, but thank
roll
you.
the intro.
Hello, and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning, and married life.
Okay, so 30th episode, we've got special guests here. I mean, Hayley obviously is always here. So there is a very special reason why we have Ellis on today. So come on, tell us the news.
So we are moving our wedding forward, and that's because on the 11th of October, which is our original wedding date, Hayley will be 8.5 months pregnant.
There you go, guys. They're having a baby.
I'm having a baby.
Well, we're having a baby, not I'm having a baby.
You are having a baby, and that has meant that their entire wedding is being brought forward by 3 months.
There's a lot of stress.
Yeah. It's not so stressful now.
No.
It was when you found out.
Yes, I just couldn't function.
Yeah.
Not that I was poorly. I've been absolutely fine, but I couldn't mentally get my head around what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't know
the
logistics of what would happen.
Literally the two biggest things in your life, and they're happening within a month. Well, they would have been happening within a month of each other.
Yeah.
So not ideal, but wonderful reason to change your wedding.
I was going to say, I've had worse headaches.
Yeah.
No, to be fair. So, yeah, it's been a lot rearranging everything.
You've been really lucky, though.
I can't take any of the glory. It has 100% been you, hasn't it?
Well, you rang the venue, didn't you, and asked to move?
To be fair, I rang everyone.
So let's go sort of to the beginning. Obviously, how pregnant will you be on your new wedding date?
7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
So not quite as 7 months.
We're just under.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll be six and a half.
6.5-ish, something along those lines. So obviously you'd booked your venue, you'd booked your photographer, videographer, catering, church, music, band, like everything. They'd booked everything. So go through the process a little bit, because I think that's probably something that not a lot of people will ever have done.
Not a lot of people plan on it
people
either.
Don't do it.
No, but
unless it's for fun reasons.
Go through the process of how you went about changing everything.
I cried.
Yeah, there was a lot of tears, I think.
Yeah,
at the start of it.
Yeah, of course, because it's like that apprehension, like that nervousness.
Yeah, and also like you just think all of the money we've spent, are we going to lose it all?
Yeah, of course.
Until you start reading the contracts, you don't actually know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when you read the contracts initially, you aren't thinking that this is going to be...
Well, you never plan to rearrange your wedding, do you? No. It's not like something that you're like, yeah, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to rearrange it.
Yeah, and obviously when people were doing it for COVID and things like that, it was totally different.
Yeah.
Whereas this is for a very happy reason.
Of course, yeah. It's a great, amazing reason to move your wedding.
100%.
I think it's more personal choice rather than viral infection.
Yeah,
shut down the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to start off with, I couldn't imagine what was going to happen and what it would mean, and were we going to get married or was it just cancelled? Like, I couldn't get my head around it. So Elle was a hero and spoke to the venue, the church and the caterers.
Yeah.
And they gave us options for the venue gave us options for dates.
Well, to be fair, I think we had a conversation about what dates we wanted.
Yeah.
And
when would work for
would work for us.
Yeah,
and
whether we'd go forwards or backwards.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of rang them and said, look, I've got some amazing news, and it's a complicated news.
Yeah.
I need to move the wedding. And they were like, oh no, why? What's happening? It's like, oh, because of the new day, obviously, we'll be 8.5 months pregnant. And they were like, oh, that's congratulations.
Yeah.
It's amazing news. Like,
it's a lovely reason.
This is really good.
It's a lovely
really good
reason,
fun.
isn't it?
When do you think your new date will be? I.e., are you pushing it back or forward, or what you're doing? So I said, well, we still want this year, because we can't really push it till next year, because then the complications are you're spending what 30k on a wedding. Are you likely going to spend 30k on a wedding when a child's here?
No,
absolutely not.
No.
So then you'll downsize, you'll move wedding venue, you'll cancel a lot more things. So we're like, okay, we'll bring it forward. Here are our new dates. We could have brought it forward even more, but then you run the idea of, you coming into some holidays and
and notice for people.
Yeah. It's not just you guys.
We knew the dates.
Yeah,
us knew the dates. The new date in a month ago.
Yeah,
but because obviously you want to get to that scan point of view, the 12-week scan, we couldn't tell anyone until last week before.
Yeah.
So
by the way, all of their guests do know that it's been moved. We're not just announcing it on the podcast.
No. The guests have all been told. Most people have rearranged their lives.
Some can't come.
Yes.
Some unfortunately have booked a holiday, and there was always going to be that, and that was something you knew was going to happen.
Yeah. And we've actually, one of the groomsmen can't make it, which has been tears all round.
I think they're more gutted.
Yeah,
and they're really upset.
We're happy for them for their amazing holiday that got planned though. So
and it is obviously devastating, especially when it's a bride or groom's party. It is devastating to not have them there. But there's things that you can do, like have a big first wedding anniversary, because I know you don't really care about necessarily drinking, but by the time you get to your first wedding anniversary, you might want to have a party.
I'll be allowed a wine
to celebrate, but you might what a lovely thing to do is have a party on your first wedding anniversary, and then everyone can be there and you can almost relive it in some sort of way.
That's what we sort of said. We said the groomsmen who can't come, and was like, look, don't worry about it, it's not the end of the world.
No,
we'll have a first wedding anniversary party anyway. But also, as long as you're there for the child. We're not.
You'll just have to make him godfather, make him feel special.
Well, to be fair, it's conversations we've sort of been having about who and what we want to do, whether we want to get them baptised or christened. But I think it's more his reaction was, oh my God, they're going to let me hold the baby.
I heard that.
So he's more excited for the baby than...
It's the way you say baby.
They're going to let me hold the baby.
So cute.
So, I think he'll still be our friend afterwards. So it's okay.
I think if he's solid enough to be your groomsman, he's definitely a friend for life. I think you'll be okay.
We did say to him yesterday, we went out to watch the rugby with him yesterday, and he was like, oh yeah, I said, don't worry about it, don't get too upset, you can still be my friend after the wedding.
This is not just a friendship for the wedding. This is a forever thing.
We'll keep him.
Yes.
The more important thing he's coming to is the stag do, which is this weekend.
So it's your stag do this weekend. We'll have to, after your stag do, we'll have to get you back on to talk about your stag do.
We get Sam involved then as well.
Yeah, Sam can come too.
Sam will be the one that remembers what happened.
Will he? Will he? Sam doesn't drink, and he's going on a stag do with a lot of big drinkers. So I may not have a husband when they get back.
Sam sat behind the camera today as well, so we're just going to out him on all of this.
Sam's in the room, but he's not allowed to be in the podcast. He's been shunned.
The first thing was calling the venue.
The venue, yeah.
They gave you dates, didn't they?
Yeah, so we sort of said, this is when we want roughly the dates. What dates can you provide within that time frame? So they gave us 4 dates.
And they gave us an amazing date, didn't they?
Well, they did to start with. They're like, oh yeah, you can do it on this day or this day. I was like, oh, fantastic. And then the next day they rang me and was like, so we can't really do the Friday anymore because we're having the people who own the venue and live at the venue. They were like, oh, we're having a family get together, so we can't use the accommodation.
Yeah.
Which then sort of put a massive spanner in the work a little bit.
I cried again.
So did you move it back?
No, our wedding coordinator is incredible. And she said, leave it with me. I will speak to the owners, because basically I said, well, can we just do it and not have the accommodation that's on site and sort our own accommodation?
Yeah.
Which she said, that should be fine, but let me speak to the owners. And then when she came back to me, she was like, they don't want accommodation on the Friday night. They want it for the Saturday. So
perfect.
You're fine.
Oh, amazing.
And it means now on our original date, we couldn't set up the venue ourselves because there was a wedding that day.
Yeah,
whereas now we've got all of the Thursday afternoon to set up, which was really enjoyable at your wedding.
Oh, yeah. It was really lovely.
So that was really nice. We obviously have moved from a different season. So there is a little bit of a price increase, but we're on a Friday, not a Saturday. So it's not horrific.
Yeah.
And I get my summer wedding.
You get your summer, which is what Ellis always wanted.
He wanted a summer wedding.
He planned it the whole time.
Yeah, so your venue, all fine, that was all sorted.
Church was fine.
Church could do the same date, and the caterers could do the same date, couldn't they?
Yeah.
So those 3 massive sections of the wedding you'd sorted.
Yeah, within a morning of phone calls.
Yeah, there was a lot of phone calls going around, and then it was, they'll pencil me in. Can we let us know once we've had like an early scan or once we've known the scan?
Yeah.
So we had an early scan to reassurance.
Yeah.
And then this week we had our proper wedding meeting, and obviously we don't want anything to happen, but regardless, it's set now, and this is
the date is the date now. Yeah, you can't move. Yeah, you can't move it. So, which is, you know, it's still going to be lovely, and you're not now setting, you know, into that date, aren't you?
Yeah.
So any other suppliers? Did you have any issues with any other? Not issues, but like things that you couldn't have.
I'm sad because we lost our photographer, didn't we?
Yeah, and videographer.
She's not died. She's fine. She's well.
She just can't do that date.
The photographer can't do it. So obviously contracts are contracts. We've lost our deposit, but it is what it is.
A deposit's a deposit. Yeah.
It's not world shattering. In theory, we've lost our videographer, but we've not. So we're still having, in theory, it edited. No, we are having it edited by the same lady.
Yeah.
But she's sending someone else to take the footage on the day.
Okay.
That she trusts. So at least we haven't had to find someone else. We haven't had to lose a deposit again.
You'll still get the same.
It will look the same.
Yeah, you'll still get the same thing.
Yeah, and she said, well, I've spoken to her last week, and we're going to have a call with her just to get my head around it, because I couldn't really understand it.
Yeah.
But then also she said, once I know who it is, we'll do a call, us and the person that's going to film, so we know what's going on. So that's sorted. We found a new photographer though.
Yeah. You found a new photographer.
Yeah, she rang us and she's pretty happy. She's pretty excited.
Yeah.
She's really nice.
Yeah. And we sort of
you found her, didn't you, actually?
I found her from tagged photos from your venue.
From the venue, yeah. So she knows that. That's what part of what I wanted, is someone who knew the venue. And our original photographer, that's where we met her.
Yeah.
When we were at a wedding there as guests.
Yeah.
And then Phil had her. And then, because they know all the little places, like for good photos and for golden hour and all of that kind of stuff. I know every photographer will figure it out, but when it's their first day there, they don't know where they're going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's amazing, obviously. Now, you didn't really have many other suppliers, did you? The band, that's just, you have a fee to move it, don't you?
An admin fee for moving it.
Which is fine. It is
what it is.
You have to suck up the charges, I guess, don't you?
But I think it's a hard one, because I think if you are to do it and move it yourself for other reasons, it's definitely worth looking in the contract. So they surprised us with, there's a £300 moving fee, whereas it doesn't.
It's not actually in the contract.
So
we would have had a cancellation fee, which would have been more than that.
So it's worth actually just paying the moving fee.
And we would have lost the deposit, and we really like them. So
we booked them for a reason, didn't you?
Yeah,
so
it is what it is, isn't it?
You kind of just have to take on those extra charges, I guess, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's that one. My hairstylist, but that was fine. My friend is having her hair and makeup done as one of the bridal party.
Yeah.
And she has spoken to her person, and that's all moved. The only thing that's been like more stressful is the time scale. Like now we're 4 months away, whereas we were 6 months away.
Yeah.
4 months is, I've got to get stuff done.
4 months is a lot closer.
Yeah.
It is a lot closer.
The dresses, the bridesmaids' dresses, I needed one more, and I thought I had a bit of time to wait. But luckily, it's in the in-post locker to go and collect after this.
Perfect.
So that's the last one done. And then I'll make sure that they're all okay and get the girls to collect them.
Yeah, we need to come and try them on, don't we?
Yeah, collect them, getting them adjusted. Well, I might see who's around this week. Just to have a bit of a girly night and try them on.
Yeah, lovely.
And then suits-wise, that's been... But I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like the males can't sort the suits without supervision.
I did some suits.
I tried to trust Ellis, so they all went out and looked at a couple of suits, ate a roast dinner, and had a few beers.
What more can you expect?
That's a great day out.
I had to supervise him. Me and Mom found his suit, to be fair, and then you did all of the bits on your own. I'm talking to Sam, sorry. Sam
behind the camera.
Yeah.
I'm talking into the camera.
Sam did. He went and found the supplier that you got it from, and he went and did all his measurements on his own and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then spent a fortune on a shirt from the guy when he didn't need to. But anyway, beside the point, he's really sassy today. Sam's in a very sassy mood.
Spicy.
But yeah, I went with him to pick the suits for the hire from the hire company.
Yeah.
Because I knew what I wanted and I knew what would look good. And to be fair, Sam's not a fussy person at all. Like, he was more than happy just to be like, and we only wanted navy suits for the groomsmen and dads, so it was easy. Like, it was easy.
Ellis has a big opinion on suits.
Ellis has a big opinion on a lot of things, which is a lovely trait to have.
But
I wouldn't want to be marrying him.
Yeah. I was telling my friend about this the other day, and she was like, how's the wedding planning going? And I was like, Ellis occasionally like throws out the most random idea, and I'll pretend to write it down or like write it on my list. I'll look at it later, because there's no way logistically or financially that it's going to work.
No.
But I'd give him the satisfaction
It's
that
nice
I'm trying.
It's nice that you want to be involved.
You do want to be involved.
I did notice though that, and I told the wedding planner this, that there's a lot of typing on a blank phone that's clearly not going in.
He's figured me out.
You know,
I thought you were watching Yellowstone.
But then at some point you might say something and she'll be like, oh yeah, that's such a good idea.
They're not all bad ideas, but some of
so
them...
keep churning them out, Elle.
I'm
It
not
was
gonna stop.
after we'd done the official guest list and I'd started making invitations, Ellis was like adding people to the guest list. And I went to then go and do evening invites this week. Now we know the new date and everyone's been told about the babby. And Ellis was like, oh no, I went to look through Ellis's list and they were all first names or nicknames. I was like, I don't know who these people are.
Oh yeah.
So to try and put them on the wedding website, I was like, I can't send them an invite, because they won't be able to search themselves on the wedding website.
Yeah.
I think it's a strange one, because
One's called Fluff.
Yeah, but obviously you talk to people about your friends, and it's like, oh, we know them as nicknames, and then when you sort of sit down and write down names, like we've got a friend on there called Ralph, and his real name's Paul, and I put Ralph down, and then gone through, I was like, oh, I need to change this because it's not his actual name, so he's definitely not going to find himself. So then I had to work out his name.
I've actually put him as Paul brackets Ralph.
Yeah,
so he'll find himself.
I like that.
There's only one Paul anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like we sort of, you go through like blips of names. So you look at the list, going, yeah, we've got everyone, and then you'll start talking to people, and it's like, oh, I forgot them. I haven't added them. Oh, we need to write them on the list.
Yeah.
And people that you know are coming, and you know you'd give it. It's more the day guests are a lot of family and like very close friends. That's all that's really there.
Yeah.
The evening is like my netball team. Like, I want them there.
Yeah.
I do want them there.
Yeah.
I would have them in the day if I could have everyone.
Yeah.
Or like people that we've known for years from horses or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know they're coming and I've got them in my head, but they're not physically on the list.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't, but they are now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you need to get those out, don't you, really? Because we're only, 4 months away?
Yeah, so I think the plan is by the end of play Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll have the list finalised with everyone.
You can always add, like, within the next 2 weeks, but I think getting the bulk out as soon as possible.
I think I've done mine.
Yeah.
But that's because I have the list.
Yeah.
I think it's just double checking, and because like there's people coming on the stag do that I was like, oh, we should probably invite them to the wedding actually, because they're coming on the stag do.
I thought they were coming, and then I looked at the list and I was like, you've forgotten XYZ, and he was like, no, they're coming. I was like, but you haven't written them down.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of you've got lists of people in your head that you transfer off because you don't speak to them or you don't see them that often, so you forget they're on the list.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the list and you're like,
they're missing.
Oh, they're missing.
Yeah.
What have I done? What's gone wrong?
Yeah.
Everyone
absolutely.
is on the list now. Just so many surnames.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you had many people that can't now come? Obviously, you said, have I already asked you this?
You mentioned it at the beginning, but no, it's not been horrific.
No.
My cousin and his family can't come. My aunt and uncle can't come, and one of my friends from uni and one of my friends from netball. That's all I've had.
Yeah.
And then we've had
the groomsman.
the groomsman and his partner.
Yeah.
And then
your cousin maybe.
Potentially my cousin, because he might be flying, and his partner.
Yeah.
And then two evening guests, that woman took the day guests that now aren't coming in.
Okay.
So it could be 6 on my side at the moment.
Yeah, so that's not you've not done badly there.
And also, we didn't have any no's for October.
Yes.
So I know you didn't have very many no's for your wedding.
I didn't have any either.
We had no no's.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
For the original date.
Oh, no, actually, I just my one cousin.
Oh yeah, but
she lives in Australia.
So
yeah,
we love her, but
yeah,
we appreciate that flight is very expensive for a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, same. But actually, that wasn't a no. It she hasn't replied yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all been a bit much. But then I think once we could tell our bridal party, and obviously we miss you, Ryan, but you're not dead, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But no one else is missing.
Yeah.
I think if like half of the bridal party was gone,
that would be
a nightmare.
Yeah, it would.
An absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it would.
I think it would.
I would have changed the date again.
No.
I would have.
You would have.
Yeah, if half the bridal party couldn't do it, I'd have chosen a different date.
I think it's your most important people, like your family, like your immediate family, your bridal party. I think those are the people that you would accommodate for and change the date again for.
Well, I'd have just them at a wedding if needed. Like, I love everyone else. Yeah. But they're the people that...
They're your ride or dies.
Well, they're the ones that are getting me through the marriage.
Yeah. And the baby. Aunties and uncles.
Exactly. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I would have moved it.
And like, some of the friends
a few days here or there, like, and potentially moved it to 2026 if needs musts. But
we're glad we're doing it this year.
I think doing it before, like Ellis said before, doing it before the baby is, in my opinion, better for you guys because, like you said, you would not prioritise a wedding. I know you two. You wouldn't prioritise a wedding. As much as you want to get married, your money would be earmarked for, well, Ellis's bloody baby contraption that he's buying for thousands of pounds that rocks the baby up, down, forwards and backwards over
and the golf
Irish Sea.
The golf buggy.
No, that's a necessity. In my opinion, that's a necessity.
It's a pushchair that you can put golf clubs in. It's not a necessity.
Okay,
100% is a necessity. So when he's crying and I can be playing golf for 4 hours.
Yeah, Hayley, it'll be a necessity for you when you want a break and you're on a spa trip and he's got the baby.
Great point. You can have one.
I agree. I think it's a necessity. But you wouldn't have prioritised your money for the wedding. Or you would have had a smaller one, which wasn't what you wanted. At least this way, you're having the day that you want, slightly different time.
It's the wedding we've always dreamed of. I wouldn't have changed it for the world. So.
No, I think you're doing the right thing for you two by carrying on. I think that was the right move. Dress.
I'm not wearing one. That's what you're asking.
You're not going to change. You're all right.
You better.
I know the problem is the white suit was a bit of a risky move. But
you want a white suit, Ellis? You have a white suit. It's your day as much as it's hers day.
The bride wears white. I will do the same as I will if anyone else wears a dress that's white and have a wine glass that just happens to topple over you.
Oh, I would do that too. Yeah.
I don't know that I actually care that much, but it's tradition. Don't wear white.
I think it's just courtesy, in my opinion. Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole other topic we need to talk about. Wedding etiquette.
Ooh, I will love that.
Yeah.
The dress. So I, again, really want to wear my dress.
She cried a lot.
Because I have to put my fingers in the ear at this point.
No,
I'm not going to. I really want to wear my dress, and it is my favourite thing ever. And
that's good because it's your wedding dress.
Yeah, but after our what's it called, stylist?
Yeah.
Said to us when I went to try it on, she's like, loads of people come and hate their dress when they come and try it on.
Yeah.
And I was like, how could they hate their dress?
But I think
get it.
It's like an overwhelmed feeling when you choose it, isn't it? And then when you go back to try it on, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the one.
So, yeah, I absolutely love mine.
Yeah, yours is amazing.
And I couldn't figure out what was going to happen. So Phil's got all the pictures. I'm not allowed them on my phone in case
I refuse to even send them to her. She says, send me... to the other day to me. To be fair, I actually didn't see the message. I was driving. But then when I read it, she was like, send me a photo and I'll delete it. I was like, you'll never delete it. You'll never delete it.
I wanted to... Mom wanted to see what the back was.
So for the adjustments.
Yeah.
Because there will be adjustments made.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. But I couldn't face calling them. So Mom called the place where we got it from and explained the situation. The lady who she spoke to went and looked at my dress because it's already in. It's already there.
Well, you've already done your first try on, haven't you?
Yeah. And she looked at my dress and said, we'll be fine. We'll be able to make alterations. She spoke to the seamstress who she's got me booked in with. and because they've got 6 of them, I think.
Yeah, there's a team of them, isn't there?
But she's booked me in with this one person.
Yeah.
And she explained what can be done with my dress and then what we can figure out. So I've got, rather than having just a 6 weeks before fitting,
yeah,
I've got a 6 weeks before and a 4 weeks. And she said the 6 weeks is just to check in and see what we might need to do.
Yeah.
At that point, because I'm 6 foot tall nearly.
Yeah.
I might not need to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm quite chunky.
And in all fairness, your dress was a little bit big when you tried it on.
It was quite big on the top.
It was on the top. But so I actually think that there probably will be less than you expect needing doing because
Hopefully.
you did have the room in it.
And that's what she said. She asked me that actually.
Yeah.
About when we tried it on. And then I've got another one 4 weeks before. And then they'll see me again if they need to.
Yeah, perfect.
So yeah. And the adjustments that are going to be made are just going to mean it's flexible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any more because obviously.
No, yeah.
But yeah, the dress I was mortified. More because I love my dress.
You didn't want to wear anything else.
I didn't want to wear anything. I didn't want to shop for anything. I would have hated to have shopped for anything else.
Yeah, I think you'd have been miserable. Yeah, you'd have been really upset having to shop for something else. I think it's amazing that what they can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. That's really good.
Relief.
Yeah. So everything really is going to look the same. Yep. Now, you said briefly that obviously you're moving season. Have you, with the change of season in mind, made any changes to your decor or your colour scheme or anything like that? Obviously, we're not talking about what the colour scheme is.
Do you know what's happening?
Not really.
Don't think so. I'm leaning into summer more.
What, from the conversations we have, you're thinking of adding an additional colour?
Yeah.
That will make it more summery?
Yes.
So it'll be the same feeling and the same undertones?
Yeah.
Just with an addition of something a bit more summery rather than the muted tones of autumn. And also things like, I don't know if you mind me mentioning this because it's not happening now, but you were going to have like mini pumpkins on the tables, and that's now something you're not going to do.
And everyone who knows me knows I love autumn. My birthday is just as autumn kind of starts. And I love pumpkins.
All the colours of pumpkins, everything about pumpkins you love. You buy about 20 different sizes, shapes, colours, it all. Yeah.
I've got like a Halloween decoration box.
Yeah.
It's not Halloween, it's autumn.
Yeah, it is an autumn one.
So they can't happen. So I'm leaning into bright instead.
You're going actually for something that you have mentioned multiple times to me that you really love.
Yeah.
You're just sort of leaning into that a bit more with the summer theme instead. So everything like the bridesmaids' dresses is staying the same colour. Your flowers are staying the same. You're just going to add the addition of that colour. And then, I mean, that's all you really need to do is add it into the flowers, I think.
Yeah,
you don't need to do anything else. Oh, and you're changing slightly from like the pumpkin-y theme to another kind of theme, aren't you?
Yes.
So you're keeping, everything's basically the same. There's no major changes. It's just like swapping in and out and just adding a little bit more.
Exactly.
Brightness rather than the muted tones.
He does actually know. I've shown him.
No, I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he doesn't want to say the wrong thing because we gave him a grilling not to say the colours, and then we started recording it and he went blah 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 and we were like, that's the colour, Ellis.
Yes, I'm not the best at listening.
No, you're all right. You've got your listening ears on, don't worry.
You're not doing too bad.
I'm like the dogs.
No, they don't. Cooper's ears are flappy, so his ears cover his ear holes.
Doug's are covered in fluff.
Doug's are covered. He's got the softest ears though, Doug. No, it's very soft. Is there anything else you need to talk to us about the wedding, the baby?
As long as the baby's healthy, that's all I care about.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, same. There'll be some quite cute photos. We had a little photo shoot with him the other day.
Yeah, we did. Because your save the date card had 3 engagement photos on it, didn't it? We went to their venue the other day and did some photos of like the dog and you two with your scan picture, and you've now added that on, haven't you? And what have you said on the card? The new date.
Save the date before the due date or something.
No, the new date.
The new date for the due date.
Before the due date.
Yeah, that's
the new date before the due date, which I think is great. I loved that.
Kayla came up with that one.
Well done, Kayla. You get a pat on the back for that because that is brilliant. That is so clever. So yeah, you've like made it fun and made it like obviously it is a lovely reason to move your wedding. Like, if you're going to move your wedding, that's the reason you want it to be.
100%.
So,
yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. You heard it here first. They are having a baby.
Woohoo!
And they've moved their wedding. So, yeah. Any questions about moving a wedding, please do
ask Ellis.
Ask us. I hope we've covered everything that you would expect with moving a wedding. Like, this is your reality. This is what you've done. So, yeah.
Living the nightmare.
Well, it wasn't your ideal plan, but you adapt and overcome and make it the most special day that you can.
It is. Exactly. I'm looking forward to it as well, actually. Should be,
Exactly.
I
And
hope you're looking forward to it.
two amazing things happening in 1 year.
Exactly.
A good reason to move everything around. And you've done it really well, I think. You've managed to move everything without any sort of major dramas or issues or
a breakup.
Or a breakup, yeah. Or that would be pretty sad if you were breaking up for that reason.
No, we wouldn't break up.
No. He's got
Unfortunately,
he's got an ankle monitor on. She knows exactly where he is at all times.
Yes, I thought my ear piercing was just a nice little stud, but no, it's just a microchip.
Microchip, yeah. Yeah, she'll be tracking you all weekend on your stag do.
Oh, sure, and might find my friends off.
Yeah, I would. Turn it off.
I don't want to know.
No.
I think I've had to invite Ryan to find my friends and delete Hayley off it.
Yeah. Make sure that at least one person knows where you are at all times. Yeah. Not us at home, the people on the stag do, because you're a wanderer.
It should be good fun.
No, it'll be amazing, yeah. And actually, it's quite nice now because the new date is a bit further forward. Both of you, your stag and hen do's are much closer to the wedding because with having
with summer holidays, didn't we?
Yeah, when we were booking the hen do, the summer holidays, we didn't want to be in the summer holidays because people have kids and holidays, and the prices would have been higher. So we chose to go before. So actually, it works out really well.
Yeah, I think with the stag as well. I think because I was given my annual leave week.
You had to use it.
Well, I have to go there. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm taking up holiday, which I could use. And
I mean, to be fair, I think you both would have had like a night out or something closer to the wedding and done like a little mini at home hen and stag. But yeah, it works quite nicely that actually now it's going to be closer, and we're just adapting the hen do because obviously she can't drink, so we're just changing a few plans. It'll be fine.
I have to drink double at the wedding, but other than
that. No, Ellis. Your pregnant, sober wife is not going to allow you to drink double. You're only allowed to drink the amount you were originally going to drink.
Mine's going to Phil. She's got to take up my allocation.
I cannot. I can't drink like I used to. I am not the drinker I once was.
I'd like to say Sam was a drinker as well, but he's not either. So no,
he's not. He's not going to be helpful.
Biggest lightweight we know.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be Hayley after she's had the baby. One drink, she'll be on the floor.
Yep.
Anyway, I think we've covered everything. We've told you this very exciting news. So actually, we'll be able to share with you more a lot sooner than we initially would have been.
Yep.
Because we'll be able to tell you all the gossip of their wedding much sooner.
Yep.
Woohoo!
And then soon, by the end of the year, we'll have a little addition to the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring them on. Get them to talk about life.
Yes. I'm sure there'll be a cry
if they're
somewhere.
anything like Ellis, we won't stop talking.
That'll be one chatty baby, yeah. And if it's anything like you, it'll be a crier.
Oh my God, if it cries and chats.
You're in for it. Oh, it'll be amazing. How exciting.
It's exciting times ahead.
It scared me now.
What about a chatty baby?
No, if it's chatty, I'm just going to put Ellis and baby in a room.
Yes.
Leave them there.
Yeah.
Because they'll just both chat at each other.
Yeah.
And faff.
They'll be best friends.
Yeah.
Oh God, please don't have a faffy baby.
If it's a vise.
True.
Yeah,
True.
I was speaking to Max earlier and he was like, Baby and Murphy can be best friends. It's going to be amazing. We can go on play dates together.
Yeah, you're quite lucky actually. You've got quite a few friends that have had babies in a similar sort of time. So there'll be lots of very good besties and a few friends on maternity leave with you.
I know, can't wait.
I know.
Exciting time.
Absolutely
and
right.
We'll just have to have the boys at brunch.
Can't wait.
Oh, it's so exciting. But yeah, that's the big news, guys, for the 30th episode. Can you believe we've done 30 episodes?
I can't. I remember doing 10. Me and Sam sat on the sofa.
Last time you were here was 20 episodes ago. That is quite a long time ago.
20 weeks.
Yeah.
Scary times.
Absolutely. Anyway, right. That is the end of today's podcast. So for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
I'm Ellis.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.